In this video, we are going to dig into some Java a little bit more. And just as a reminder, when you are in a workspace that is for a lab and it is not optional, you will have the Submit for Grading button. That is used to save the history of your work. It doesn't actually submit for grading, okay? The other thing is that button might not be visible when you open up in a new tab, and so just be aware of that if you want to save the history, you'll want to hop back to this screen and do that. We are going to open in a new tab to work with more screen real estate here. And then the purpose of this program, this video, as long as it doesn't get too long, we are going to declare variables. We are going to do assignment of variables. We are going to output using concatenation and then use multiple files in Visual Studio Code. Maybe. I say maybe because it depends on how long this video gets. So the first thing, when you have your default environment, we have our main class, which we could designate as the end of main. Remember, our curly braces are the beginning and ending of code. And then we have the end of our main method. The main method, the capital lowercase, remember, is required in Java. The next thing that we're going to start to look at is how do you declare variables and do what's called variable assignment in Java. In Coral, we would type out the word integer and we would give it a name, no semicolon. And then on the next line down, we would do like num is assigned 13. So in Coral, it took us 2 lines of code to do what's called a variable declaration and an assignment. And that was on purpose because they are actually 2 separate things behind the scenes in coding. In Java, however, we're going to be able to combine those. And we also will use the shortcut int to designate integer. So the same thing that I just typed out there, what we would see in Coral, would look like this in Java. Int num is assigned 13. This is what we call a declaration and an assignment. And I'm going to go ahead and delete those comment statements now. We still have a squiggly line here because it doesn't know that I'm going to use that variable. So a couple of things. Notice when I type out when I type out the whole word integer, there's a red squiggly line. If I hover over it, it gives you a hint. It says that it's not understanding. It says integer cannot be resolved. There's some other stuff up here, which I was reading through, and that's many times it's important. It's kind of like, well, you don't have a semicolon, yeah, but here's the biggie. Integer cannot be resolved. So it doesn't know what integer is. I'm going to delete that because I'm going to use the Java syntax, which is int, but now I get a different color squiggly. And that tells me that the value of the variable num is not used. So it's not going to prevent my program from running, but it is going to tell me that the program isn't using it. Now, how do we output things in Java is with a system.out.println, and I'm just going to say num for now. If I run my code, we're going to get that output. Now, there's going to be several things that we're going to do here just to kind of illustrate. This is what I call a naked number. There's no label on it. I don't like it. I always like to have a label with my numbers. In Coral, we would do, and actually I'm going to show you another shortcut here. If I start to type print, I get this IntelliSense that pops up. I can arrow down and hit tab, and now I've got my println statement. So I have this print statement, and it's going to output a label and then the number. It's going to be on separate lines though, and that's because I used ln instead of print. If I want them together on one line, I'd have to do the following. This is how we would approach things in Coral. In Java, I can actually combine those actions by using what's called concatenation. So in Java, I can have a print statement and I can concatenate using the plus sign. The plus sign puts together strings and variables. num is my variable, whatever's inside quotes, the string, I can then delete, and I am going to put in a new line character by using println. Now if I execute this, it's not going to look any different, but I have done that all in one line of code. So how do you declare variables, and you can assign them all on one line in Java. This is a declaration and assignment, which is kind of a nice little shortcut. And you can use concatenation to do output of strings and variables on one line. The other data types that we're going to use in Java right now, you guys are familiar with a float. When we declare a float in Java, you put the F on the end of it to declare a float. There's also a data type called a double, and you'll see if I'm doing a lot of videos, I use double quite a bit because that's kind of my default. The difference between a float and a double is how much space is set aside in memory. So a float might take up this much space, a double takes up double that amount of space in memory. Not anything you actually have to worry about. If I were to output, remember our shortcut, print, arrow down, tab, and I'm going to output my float number, and it's called a float. It's going to output that with several decimal places because it has several decimal places. Right now, we don't want you to worry about formatting that to 2 decimal places like we did in Coral. You cannot just write with 2 decimal places. I wish it was that easy, but it's not. There is some information in Canvas on how to output to 2 decimal places, but it is not required at this time. And then lastly, if I wanted to output the last one, I could do my print statement. And as soon as I start typing P, it's going to fill that in, and then I can output double, and I can say my variable name is a double, and it's going to output. It doesn't like something, and I don't know if I typed something wrong, but let's just see what happens. I'm going to hit enter, and so it must have been okay. It just needed to refresh. So what you have seen so far is declaring variables in Java, int for integer, float with an F on the end, and then double, you don't need to do anything, you just double, okay? And then outputting using concatenation. The last thing I'm going to show you in this video is how you can actually use multiple files. So for example, if we are going back to Canvas and your instructor says, well, I just want you to create a new program named scanner, and you can put all of those into one like working project. This is how you could do that. I can add a file over here on the left-hand side. I'm going to, a lot of times we will say, use that with your, put your initials in. So KO are my initials. I'm going to do scanner. And then notice this is a text file. That's what those little lines mean there on the left. But as soon as I put in Java, watch what happens. It changes it to a Java. That creates a class. This is the end of the class. It is no longer named main, and that's okay. All right. But you still have to have this line of code inside the file so the compiler knows where to look. And then you have to end your curly brace. So this is the end of the main method. So you still have to have this line of code. We're not going to pick this line of code apart right now. Just know that you have to have it as is, okay? And then you can do your new program here. And I'm just going to do a print line statements so that you can see that I am going to say I'm inside the KO scanner program, okay? So that's what my output's going to be. If I click run, watch what the output screen does down below here. And it should go ahead and run my additional code. So you can actually add multiple files in one project here, and that might be how your instructor has you organize things, okay? So depending on how your instructor sets things up, just know that this is a possibility. I will go over one more thing, and that is, what if we add a file, and I'll just say ko to delete is the name of my file. No spaces in those files, by the way, and it's going to be a .java. So I have a new program, and so I do, my blah, 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 all my stuff, but then I decide, oh, I screwed this up, I don't want it. So we're going to delete it. I'm going to right click and I'm going to delete permanently and click delete. Sometimes it doesn't remove it from up here and it's kind of left over and you try to open it and it says it can't open. Just X that out and just close it. So you can add files over here and you can delete them. And that's a wrap. Good luck with your coding.